Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here, and it is very late on Thanksgiving Day. I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrated it. Some of you may have celebrated a few weeks ago in Canada, and I don't know where else in the world has any form of Thanksgiving, but I'm sure there's somewhere else that does. Anyway, it's been a day, quite a day. Some experiments in cooking went well and others not as well. And it is what it is. Learning to cook Thanksgiving dinner without traces of corn is hard. And I definitely did have some reactions, but I tried to keep it as minimal as possible and sadly didn't get to eat some of the things that looked really yummy. So anyway, I was hoping to do the things we're making Thursday. Put the little thing in here. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. It's just been so crazy the last few days with cooking and stuff. But I want to do, first of all, give you a little slideshow of the things that Angela sent me. And then I did finish a couple hats, and so since November was hat month, I thought it would be perfect to share them. So let me see. This was my tithing hat. I did a little bit smaller than usual. So there's still a little bit of space, but maybe somebody will like that. It's really pretty great. It's hard to tell on camera. But it's definitely more of a green than it's appearing to me right now. On my version of it, what I can see right now is... Let me change this. It's still not right, but it's closer to the color. What I see, like this greener thing. It's also got that kind of shine to it. It's more of it's like Karen Simply Soft kind of yarn, so it's got that shine to it, which my daughter loves, and she looks really cute in this hat. But it's not for her. This is one of my tithing hats that I give away to the homeless people. I did start it at the top, mostly because I knew I wasn't going to run out of this yarn, even if I didn't do it short, just because I knew I had enough of this. But I'm trying to perfect. I was trying to get it right. I feel like I did a good job. It's not too pointy at the top. What I did was I cast on 16 and then I did a plain round and cast on, or then increased by 8, plain round, increased by 8 until I got to however many. I don't know how many it is. I ended it with the 1x1 ribbing. But starting out at 16 and kind of leaving a little hole, basically I realized it just kind of took out one row, because a lot of times, well, maybe it took out 2. A lot of times you cast on 8. Oh yeah, you cast on 8 and then like your very next row you increase, or sometimes you just do 8 around. I don't know. I just know that this works so much better, so I cast on 16 and then did a plain round, and then from there did my increase plain, increase plain, increase plain. And I feel like it worked really well to have that kind of little circle. It was like an open circle that then I cinched closed when I sewed in that end. So it worked well. And I'm pretty impressed with this hat. So that's that hat. I really don't remember how big I got it to be. I don't know. So then, do I have my other hat? I should, I know I was planning to bring it in here. Yes, I was going kind of crazy. So, I finished a whole bunch of things on Monday, and then just finally am now sitting down to record. But I finished my Santa hat here. So, it's got an interesting shape because all of the increases are along the very back, and so if you hold it with the increased on the side, it's got a different shape, but it actually works out fine. So because I'm using one weight yarn, I was trying to think about how can I do the pom-pom to look like a pom-pom, but not like your typical where you wrap it around and tie a string and then cut it. Because I didn't feel like with cotton one weight yarn it would hold in the pom-pom. So I found this concept. Basically, I followed a tutorial. So basically you kind of chain to figure out how big you want your loop to be. And then you chain a whole bunch of that number on repeat. And you make this really long chain. And then you come back through, and I think I did 15. So every 15 stitch as I'm coming back, I hook on my thing. Kind of like when you're doing the Afghan stitch, where you just keep loading up your crochet hook with a bunch of loops. But this time it was like every 15th loop, hook my thing in and leave that loop on the thing, count 15, hook it on, leave that loop on, count 15. However many I needed to get that many loops, and I could have made it thicker. It probably would have been personally a little happier with it thicker, but it is what it is. And then once you got them all on, then you hook through and you come through and you kind of end off and stuff. I made some like, they were kind of like balls that we would throw at people. And in some ways there was a similar concept, and I kind of liked that idea and might have enjoyed it a little better. Where you like started with your beginning thing. I think I started with a ring so that I had something solid to kind of hook into, and then I did a bunch of loops hooking it in around and around and around, and then I was able to make it fatter because I just kept hooking them around the loop. I might have, if I didn't feel like it was fluffy enough when the loop was filled, I might have just hooked it in somewhere and did it again, but I would like hook it in, chain a bunch, come back, hook it in, chain a bunch. So that's that way, but this way was different. If I can, I'm going to try and find the video that I used and link that in because it was a little tutorial. So they're just chains, crochet chains looped together. And so the hat, there's some things I would have done different. First of all, I think it would have been better to start my increases at the very beginning of the red instead of waiting until here. So the increases start here, so there's a couple inches there. Also, I did a space between them at first, and I didn't really like that, so I don't love that, but it is what it is, and I didn't want to undo it all. And so then they come closer together here. Up here, there's a little bit of a space between them. If I can get it to angle right. And then it goes to where, and then for a while I did, probably till right around here based on the size, I did it every third row was a decrease. And then I started doing decreases every other row. I also think that I would have liked to have started my every other row decrease shorter. But it's fine and it's cute. So it's just a one weight cotton. And it's adorable. I mean, it looks ridiculous on me. It's definitely not my best colors. But it's still adorable and it's Christmas, so you're supposed to look adorable. All this mirrors. Anyway, I'm excited. I got it done. So that I finished on Monday. This I finished on Sunday. So those are my hats. And so because two things are going on here. One, this isn't showing up on Thursday anyway, and so it's kind of things we're making Thursday mashed up with finished objects for Friday. So I've got, sorry, it's inside out because I wore it. I wore it yesterday. I finished I finished my sweater on Monday as well. And part of why I'm not wearing it today is because, as you can see, I wore it yesterday. And while I was baking, I had some tapioca starch poof all over me. So it's got tapioca starch on it. So that's kind of silly. But I'm going to put a picture up of me wearing it yesterday. It's not the best lighting. I have another picture that's pretty good for showing the sweater maybe before I've weaved in all the ends. I'm not sure. But the background's awful. But I'll put both of those up so you can see them. I'm really excited about this. I enjoyed wearing it because it says it's a... Does it say it's a DK? I think it says, it's sleek DK or something like that. Ugh. I'm going to put a picture of the yarn up here so you can see what it is. It is from Hobby Lobby. It is 100% low pill acrylic yarn. I don't love that it's acrylic because I don't. My daughter's actually allergic to acrylic. That's amazing to think about. I want to wear more natural fibers, but even right now the project I'm working on is acrylic. So, but it's lightweight. There's like even kind of a little bit, like you can kind of see the white through it. It's not so see-through as to have any issues with being see-through, but because it is a little bit looser, and so if you hold it up, you can kind of see through it a little bit, and the white of the background, you can kind of see that coming up here, right? That makes it way lightweight. It makes it fairly drapey. It's not too bad. Every time I hold it up and I see that tapioca starch, but I enjoy it. I like it. I'm excited for it. So I will have to do something with that. Now, the other one technically isn't finished. Here's the back, is my sweater for my granddaughter. As you can see, sleeves all sewed on. Here's the front. It is like all of the ends are woven in except for this one here, which I may just weave in anyway because I haven't decided. The only thing left to do is sew on buttons. So I haven't opened it yet to see if I have enough. I went to Walmart and hopefully I have enough of the button that I want. So there's this one, it's like right here that I think will be the best size. There are some bright buttons that match better, and then there's some redder buttons. And I'm hoping that there's enough of the bright, kind of bigger buttons in here. But they're probably about 1/2 inch, 5/8 inch, probably 5/8 inch buttons. That I will sew on here, and then it will be done. If I remember, I might hook a picture in next week after I actually finish it. I haven't sewed the buttons on because it's been crazy, but I am so close that I'm counting that as pretty much finished, and that's exciting. So that meant on Monday I was just kind of like, wow, because other than finishing the buttons, I finished Adel's sweater on Monday. I finished this hat on Monday. I finished my green sweater on Monday. Those were the 3 projects I have been working on. So then I kind of went, what do I do now? I was looking for my helical socks to bring those out. I think I know where they're at because I want to bring those out. And I came across some yarn that I'd put aside. It's acrylic. It's not my favorite, but it will work. I am making myself a cardigan. I didn't bring it in with me just because it's a little bit complicated to bring it in right now. I know that the yarn I'm starting with is a really pretty blue, kind of a seafoamy blue. I'm like, it matches up, but I can't bring that over here to show you. Anyway, it's a really pretty blue, and it's a Pound of Love. So that's what kind of yarn it is. I'm not sure what the other color is that I have and how I'm going to work them together, but I've got ideas in my head, so it's kind of fun, kind of intriguing thinking about things and trying to come up with what to make for myself as I'm experimenting. Now, there is a sweater, my very first sweater for me that I made. It is the rose-colored sweater from Drops Yarn. I'll put a picture up here of me wearing it. You've seen it before if you've been around. I don't love it. You know, I'm just gonna grab it because it's not too far. A little awkward, but not too far. So, here it is. Okay, the color's kind of faded a little bit, but actually it's better color now than it was before for me. Before it was a little more orange, I guess. I have, actually, the headband that I made is not as faded because it hasn't been worn as much. So, some of the things is I was expecting not quite so much neck. There is no shaping in this. There was no built-in shaping, which I hadn't really learned about until more recently as I'm trying to think about what to do. So I didn't love that when I wear this, the neck is fairly high. So I would like to have it a lower neck. I don't really love this pattern for the ribbing. I also would like, if I'm gonna have a ribbing for myself around my neck, I want it to be much smaller, probably a 1x1 or something like that. I liked this part where it has the garter stitch and then the eyelets. That part I liked. I don't like this. I don't know. When I was first looking for something, I wanted something with a little bit of texture, but then I realized I don't actually like it. There are other things that I would have enjoyed better. And then, so there's just different things about the sweater that I don't actually like. And I wear it just because I have it. I don't have a lot of things to wear and whatever. So currently my thoughts are actually reclaiming this yarn and basically making a new sweater. And I would do less of the yoke here, or not less of the yoke. I would do a different ribbing. I still probably will keep this part right here, that part I like. Then I will just move into stockinette. I want to put some neck shaping in to bring that back, the back of the neck up. Now that I've done some research, and you just put your put short rows in right after the yoke would probably be the best way. So that's what I'm thinking. I know that it may sound kind of crazy, but I look at this and I'm like, I like this. I like that I made it and stuff. But I really, really would just like to reclaim the yarn and make me a new sweater with it. So, I would love your feedback. What do you guys think? I don't know. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'm not sure when the next video will be out. Probably like Tuesday or something. I don't know. Probably will be Monday before I get a chance to record again, just because there's a lot going on for the rest of the weekend. Yeah. And then I can show you what I'm working on and let you know if I ended that sweater yet or not, or what's going on with that. Anyway, That's what it is. So, we got some hats to show you. Finished sweaters that are dirty. Remember to let your light shine through your creations, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!